I hear this sentence more than anything else from women wanting to get in shape for summer, even though they desperately hate their body, even though they desperately feel uncomfortable in the clothes they're wearing, yet they have no motivation and they just don't know how they're going to sustain this. So I'm going to give you 4 simple hacks that you can use today, 2 that you can use immediately in the gym right now to make sure you don't give up before you're ready for summer and you leave here feeling exactly how you want to for summer in those photos. Starting off with my most popular one, the 10-minute rule. The 10-minute rule is simple. Visualize this. When you wake up at 6 a.m. and you want to knock that alarm off, the only thing you have to do is get up and get to the gym. That's the first part. And it's probably the hardest part. Once you're there, you only have to be there for 10 minutes, at least. You have to do your warm-up, whether that's a 5-minute walk, whether that's 5 minutes of mobility, whatever you do to get yourself going. Even if it's the first exercise, start moving. Do that for 10 minutes. And if after these 10 minutes you don't want to do this anymore, go home. You've earned it, because only 1 out of 10 times you do that will you actually go home. The other 9 times, you're probably going to stay on and do the session and you'll feel better probably than you expected. The barrier is getting out of bed. So if your alarm is buried under your pillow because your phone's right there, do what I do. Stick it on my desk across the room so you have to get off your ass, get to the alarm. You're probably more likely to actually get dressed at that point, especially if your clothes are sitting right there. Number 2, the tiered workout system, or the workout menu as I like to call it. This is really simple. You have 3 tiers of workouts that you do. Gold is your normal bog standard workout. In other words, it's what you expect to do day to day to get the best results. But let's be honest, you're not always going to feel like doing that because 1, you're running out of time, the kids are sick, you're working late, or you're just fucking exhausted. Then you have silver, which is a reduced version of this where you either have less time or just less energy in general. And then bronze is basically when you really can't be asked, here's the bare minimum you can do to still get some form of results. So pause the video right now and screenshot this. These are 3 different tiers and examples of these tiered workouts that you can use today to take to the gym and do it for yourself. So when you don't feel like doing the gold workout, you can drop down to silver. When you're really having a shit week like we are right now in the middle of Easter and it's really tight for time, jump down to bronze. Whatever it is, you have to do 1. You always have time to do something, more time than you think. And if you found this tip useful already, DM me the word motivation or comment the word motivation below, and I can help you get into shape for summer already without worrying about the motivation dropping. Number 3, this one is probably talked about a lot, but maybe not fully understood. Rather than just laying your gym clothes out just to go do the school drop-offs, right? Why not get dressed into them? Dress into them before you do the drop-offs, right? So once you've done the drop-offs, you don't have to go back home, which is another barrier to get to the gym. Wear the clothes. And this works whether you're in the middle of folding clothes in the middle of the house. This works if you're working from home and answering some emails and thinking about going to the gym in your lunch hour. Have the clothes on, ready to go. It removes the friction. You're ready to go. You feel ready, and it can change your mindset. It's why going to the gym tends to work better than working in your own gym. You're leaving an environment. You're changing into a different person, like you are changing your mentality right now. And the last one, this is probably the hardest one for people to do, but it probably has the biggest benefit. Because say you sign up for something for 12 weeks, like my 12-week program, or you're doing something else that's got a timer on it. You know you want to get in shape, but sometimes that still isn't enough motivation to get you through to it. You're going to have weeks where you're up here, you're going to have weeks when you're down here. So how do you handle this? I always go back to this with all my check-ins with my clients. It's exactly how I do things. Because in check-ins, it's about reflecting. But what you're going to do today, rather than thinking about how exactly you want to look, rather than think about how you look on holiday, think about how you want to feel. Think about how you want to feel confident. When you put that outfit on, you just put it on and you go straight out. You don't spend half hour to an hour breaking down into tears, arguing with your husband, or even just being like, fuck it, this will do. Be really specific as well. I'm going to Greece soon. I want to go up to the Acropolis. And I've heard it's quite steep. So I'm going to be walking up a steep hill in the sunshine. If you're doing that, you're going to be sweaty. You're going to be breathing hard. And you're going to be feeling like it's really taxing on your body. Do you want to feel that way? No. And if you don't want to feel that way, what are you going to do to change that? You're going to get on that cardio bike. You're going to go out for that run or that long incline walk that you planned because you now have a reason to do it. And this can go from anywhere, from carrying the heavy luggage in the airport, having to juggle the kids at the same time, or to actually just playing on the beach with the kids rather than just sitting on the sun lounger because you're embarrassed to run around and have people look at you. Think about how you want to feel. That's more powerful motivation that will last longer than the day-to-day motivation. The reality is, no matter what you do, whether you've got an end goal or not, your motivation is going to go up and down, and you cannot control that. What's going to help that is getting a result. Getting a result means you put in the work. These 4 tips help you put in that work more so you get more results, so you boost your motivation. You don't just get motivation out of nowhere. So use one of these 4 simple tips today to help boost your motivation and actually head in the right direction. And if you're still struggling to get motivation on your own, that's where a coach will probably come in handy, because a coach isn't there to maybe give you a pep talk. A coach is there to help you understand why we're doing what we're doing today, to answer your question, to be like, you know what, I don't want to do that work today. I'm really fucking struggling. What can I do instead? That's what a coach is going to do. They're going to guide you through those tough days. They're going to support you and nudge you in the right direction, because it's easy to be convinced by your own head. It's much more difficult to do the decision you shouldn't do when you've got someone like a coach guiding you in the right direction. So if you're interested in how I can help you get in shape for summer, DM me the word motivation or comment the word motivation below, and I'll send you more info on how I can help you. I always start off with a 30-minute call to talk to you about your issues, your struggles, and your barriers. And we work on 3 of these barriers and give you solutions right now that you can use to overcome these. So if you don't sign up with me, you've got 3 things you can do right now to overcome them. And if you do want to work with me, we'll work on these 3 things together and more. Comment motivation below or DM me motivation on Instagram.